the other part to this is like when you were explaining who you are, right? I asked you like, how do you explain what you do? Like
Yeah.
you say that people know me for celebrity, but I don't consider myself only a celebrity. I consider myself portraiture, right? I
Yeah.
consider myself two eyes, nose, and mouth. And for you not to describe yourself as a celebrity portrait photographer, right? There's got to be a decent amount of non-celebrity work there, right? This kind of like what is happening with the Patriot Guard and the artist work that you do, and
Yeah.
things that are more local, right? To Sable itself, which is where we are right now. Um, like what percentage would you say you consider yourself, like 50-50? Would you say that and I'm not talking about notoriety, I'm not talking about how people know the name Rick Wenner,
Hmm.
because I think that the celebrity will win every time because people obviously latch onto that, but how do you consider you?
I definitely view my work and my portfolio, my long career as a portrait photographer. Uh, I would split it down the middle.
50-50, yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe even a little more. Actually, I would probably go more like 60-40 ish to quote unquote real people being the majority,
Mhm.
because I spend so much time working on personal work, photographing groups like the Patriot Guard Writers or my 15 plus year project of artists,
Right.
um, or para athletes or mixed martial artists or the wrongfully incarcerated. Those types of projects is what really fills my heart.
Mm.
Celebrity work is great and it's great for notoriety and it's great for a portfolio and
Mm.
showing experience and reliability. But I'm going to spend a lot more time focusing on uh, what I really love about portraiture, and that's telling a story, typically about inspiration or creativity. And that's where a lot of that work comes from.
Yeah, it seems like more the human condition is what it is, and that the celebrity thing is like this wonderful thing to do, of course. Um, but if passion was passion and notoriety wasn't a thing, then it would still be fine to just shoot normal people all day every day, because that's where a lot of that stuff can be found.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. When people are working with Rick Wenner in industry, and obviously you've shot for massive names, massive publications, HBO and these types of major
Yeah.
conglomerate type of things. When they're working with you, or I guess, what would you say is kind of like the strength when people bring you on board? Is it that like ability to adapt in a very quick way and to open up people in that casual style, like you've explained here? Is there
Yeah.
something else that I'm missing that's like, when you hire Rick Wenner in order to do this work, right? You're working with him. This is what you can kind of expect, or this is what you can look forward to, rather than just
Yeah.
hiring anyone else.
I'm hired more often than not because one, clients know that I can get the shot that they need that's going to be uh, a unique, interesting portrait, and I can get it done quickly. And that's very important to the types of clients that I'm working with. Clients also know that I'm not going to be a fanboy on set.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be losing my mind because so and so is standing in front of me,
Mhm.
or there's some crazy, amazing, intricate movie set that I'm shooting stills on, shooting publicity images or key art images on. They know I'm not going to be overwhelmed by that.
Mhm.
They can trust that I'm going to get the job done. I'm going to get it done quickly, and it's going to be exactly what they need. And both of us will be very satisfied.
The likelihood of success and the ability to understand that you're in the depth that they need you to be in the depth of.
They know that they can rely on me, 100%.
I asked you like how you would describe yourself, but I'm gonna switch that, because now we're gonna get into like the concept of notoriety and the concept of things. What would you say that you are most famous for?
I'm most well known for being able to get anybody of any notoriety or not comfortable enough in front of me in an uncomfortable setting. And that's what just about everyone that I work with, every client, every uh, portfolio meeting that I have, that's always what's brought up.
Mm.
Is they see a consistency in bringing out moments and personality and shoulders it down.
Yeah.
There's no guard up.
Right.
There's no tense feeling in the shot,
Mm.
unless I want there to be,
Right.
and that's happened too, obviously. Um, but yeah, I'm going to say that's probably what I'm most well known for.
Okay. And now getting onto specific topics, specific subjects. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
um, obviously, we've been friends for a very long time, but when Christopher Walken was coming up, it was a topic of conversation. We don't talk about all of your shoots as you're going to the shoots and who you're going to be doing that kind of a
Yeah.
thing. Because again, it just seems like it's more of a normal thing for you, where I would be maybe fanboying out a little bit. I'm not
Right.
sure. I've never really been around
Right.
celebrity, so I can't tell you if I would or if I wouldn't. But Christopher Walken was obviously it was a moment.
Sure.
It was a moment in your career. You've also shot incredible people. You say like that was the first iconic kind of person that you shot. I completely disagree with you on that. Like I think that your portfolio has amazing names that I was blown away by when I first saw them. But it is fair to say that he's extremely high up on the list, if not
Yeah.
the top on the list, and that this is something that for you meant a hell of a lot. So, not to be too glib about it, but like, what was that like? What was the day like? What was it like
Yeah.
working with Christopher Walken?
The reason why I say Walken was the first like major name that I worked with is because of who he is, because of his legendary status, and because of how much I just love his work. I've been a Walken fan forever.
This is a personal iconography inside of you
Yeah.
kind of thing, not just like,
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
I understand.
Yeah. So when I got the email, as I was walking into a printer house to get a promo printed out in Long Island City, I stopped dead in my tracks in the middle of the parking lot, like, holy shit!
Oh my
really?
God. Yep.
What? What?
Okay.
So I was late to my meeting so I could talk to the editorial client and learn about, okay, what are we doing? I'm in. Whatever it is, wherever it is, I'm down. So it was up at his house, up in Connecticut, like deep in the woods, very log cabin type of feel to his home, which was very fitting and very awesome. So I actually stayed over the night before at a hotel so that I can be on set on time and not have to worry about driving around
Sure.
and all that
Ferry
type
or
of crap.
whatever.
And yeah, so I invested a lot of my own money into that shoot just because I knew how important it was going to be to my career. Uh, Brought the crew up with me. Like I said, we were at his house. We were only allowed to shoot in his guest house, which is a beautiful space. And I think that's where he does a lot of his media. Was my assumption just based on other images that I had seen during my research before and after I photographed them. And I was able to set up 7 different lighting setups that day. And so he walks in after we're all set up, we're all good to go. Of course, there's some technical problem with a light not working.
This is life.
Like all that type of stuff. It just happens. But of course, it happened at that time. So I sit him in front of the seamless, and that was how we got started. And I love telling this story. And maybe I've told it to you. I don't know.
Not to me. No.
So I have him seated in front of the seamless backdrop, and he will just not look at camera. So he's looking over here, he's looking down, he's looking up, he's looking behind him. He just will not look at me. And I say, uh, Mr. Walken, will you please just for one shot? Can you just look dead into camera? I just want a tight, big head portrait. I didn't say big head. I said a tight portrait.
Right.
And he goes, no. No. What do you mean no? I didn't say that either, but that's what I was thinking. Like, what the fuck do you mean? And he goes, no, I'm not going to look at camera unless you call my name, unless you call my attention. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, I want you to like call my attention somehow and I will look at camera. Okay. So at the time I didn't understand because I spent another minute and a half, 2 minutes saying, hey, Chris, look over here, Chris, or
Yeah.
whatever, just something to get his eyes on camera.
Okay.
And I later realized, and this is what I was talking about before with like learning different experiences, building up my life lesson booklet, I guess you can call it, in what he was doing was reacting. And he was taking my direction to give a natural expression. And I didn't realize it at the time.
Mm.
I thought it was just kind of strange, but I'm like, whatever, you're Christopher Walken, like, let's do it.
So he wanted to literally be like prompted by you so that he can actually
Exactly.
react to the prompt so that it can be a real reaction inside of the moment
Exactly.
rather than just, can you just stare at my camera? Because there's this certain dead eye kind of level
Yeah.
of like, I'm just looking at the camera right now.
Exactly.
wanted-
And I did get that shot too. I
Yeah.
was able to finally get him after some
Coaxing.
direction and coaxing and whatnot. But then the shot that I really love that I have of Walken is this one of him laughing. He's got his hands up. He's
Yes,
in an
this one.
actual
Yes, absolutely.
black and white. It's probably one of my top 5 portraits that I just love.
Agreed.
And what happened there was I knew I can get him into this natural moment by directing him to bring his hands into the frame. Meaning, like, I want you to stand, your hand up to your chin, rub your face, something like that. And what I was doing was trying to, for a second, make him feel uncomfortable with himself enough
So like
that he'll have the moment
uh,
where he says, I don't know what I'm doing
with my hands.
Exactly. That's exactly what he said. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, what do you want?
Right.
And he's got the big laugh,
And then
and I got the shot.
And that's the moment.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And that's one of my favorite stories to tell.
And to circle back to the beginning of this conversation, ultimately, like when you took that shot in that exact moment, you were like, I got it. Please God be in frame. Please God be in focus. Like not frame.
Oh, that one I
that's
knew.
obvious, but
Yeah,
that one you knew.
Yeah, all that one I knew. That one I knew for a fact.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, there's one shot before and one shot after that totally suck, but that one is gold. I love that shot.
That's awesome. But listen, I mean, this has been fantastic. You know, I think we got more plans in order to do more of this kind of thing. But
Absolutely.
thanks for kind of exposing the process kind of thing and like the actual artistic part of this, because it's so easy for a lot of these conversations to be like, what was it like to work with Christopher Walken?
Yeah.
And it's so like people want to see that, of course. There's got to be some of that.
Yeah.
But like we're gonna build off of this. I'm really excited to see like what the next kind of iteration is. So just
No,
cheers, man. Our drinks are done because
Yeah.
we've done a fantastic job. But cheers to you anyway.
Cheers with an empty glass, because that's what we do. No, this has been great. Thank you very much for this. I'm looking forward to doing more of these.
Yeah.
This is going to be a really fun project for us to work on together. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Let's go.
Awesome.